Over 60% of Connecticut's total population has been fully vaccinated against COVID. But that means even if you take time to account for unvaccinated people who have natural immunity from getting COVID, we still have hundreds of thousands of unprotected potential hosts for the Delta variant out there in our state. And boy, it is ripping through that population right now. Now, I have compared this latest wave of COVID to the wave we saw last fall before, and I want to do it again right now. This time, I'm comparing both waves from the point that they first rose to a rolling average of 1%. Testing amounts have been roughly equal from that point. We're seeing about 90% as many tests now as we were back then. Here's the thing, though. Over twice as many tests have come back positive. The wave from September of November through last year, which is here in the blue, took 48 days to go from 1% all the way up to 3%. Our latest wave here in the orange, look at that. It's taken only 21 days to do what the last wave needed 48 days to do. I mentioned the number of positive tests has doubled over the last 21 days compared to the last wave. The growth in hospitalizations has almost tripled. During the last wave, it grew by 58 in the first 3 weeks up to this point. But this time, the number has grown by 158. Now, the hope is that eventually this rise will get blunted as the Delta variant runs its course through the unvaccinated population, because vaccinated people are getting sick enough to be hospitalized a lot less often. Some good news, though, to finish. It looks like even the unvaccinated people are not dying at the same rate as they used to. In that same 3 weeks since our latest wave hit 1% positivity, look at this here in the orange. There's only been 10 deaths in the entire state when there were 36 during a similar time frame last wave. Now, there are probably a number of reasons for this, vaccinations being the biggest one. The unvaccinated population is a lot younger and therefore a lot less likely to die. But treatments may have gotten better. And also, you do have to consider, not to be negative here, this latest wave hasn't lasted long enough for the deaths to possibly start catching up. Remember, this wave I just mentioned gained steam very quickly, which means before it hit 1%, it barely existed, whereas that last wave in the blue had been slowly gaining steam for weeks before it hit 1%. And unfortunately, sometimes it can take weeks or months for COVID patients to pass away. Still, though, I think it's very good news that the ultimate indicator here, deaths are down, and there's good reason to believe they will stay down thanks to the vaccination campaign. So I'll keep following the latest on our situation in our state, but for now, let's get over to Nick Morganelli to talk about the weather.